Yeah, so we're gonna extend this, make it into a larger park area. There is this road going through, which is fine, but I do want to do a bit of a windy road through the park as well. So I want to think about that, and maybe we'll start with that. Hello, Matilda. Welcome on in. Oh gosh, and I know it's okay, Joy. I go by my middle name at work because you're not alone. I know everyone, as some of you know, Joy is my actual middle name because I don't use my real first name on the internet because I think that's irresponsible. But my real first name, people always mispronounce every single time. Every single time. Never fails. But I'm used to it. I'm used to it. But I've always loved my middle name, so that was an easy choice when I joined the internet. Okay, so I think what I want to do here, actually, there's a couple ways to go about this. I think I'm going to move this down a little bit, just a smidge more. Yeah, because basically we're going to make our Central Park drive through the park. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use roads here as a guideline. This is going to be a very large park. Bear with me while I figure this out. One more down, one more down. we go. Okay. We're making some progress here. Hang with me, everybody. Because once we have our framework in, then we will be able to thing is, I want to leave enough room around the park here for lots of building around it, so you get that feeling of like high rises enclosing the park. All right. Steph is here. I'm Welsh. Our names are real tongue twisters. Oh my gosh, yeah. I just called you irresponsible? When? What? What did I say? Oh my gosh, you're too funny, Bubble. The drive-through road. Yeah, it's always nice to have a road, and this asset has a road in it, so we're gonna utilize that as part of the park. So that'll be nice. Yes, thank you, No Mercy. Yes, yes, yes. Vertigo is here. Hello. Using first names. Too funny. Okay. I like the vibe that we have going here. And then additionally, so then I think what I want to do, yeah, because we're going to need a road there anyways for the asset. And that gives us more more opportunity. For other buildings and such. Now we can back something up to this, which is really nice, but I do think it will be good. Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, because maybe there's a big asset we can put in here. Okay, I feel like this is like a good start, and we've got a little uniqueness to the shape, which is great. So then you've got your road that goes through the park, but then you've also got your, you know, your road around. We've got a nice little interesting shape there. Okay, let's look and see, because we have this nice big area here, and we haven't used a lot of these. So maybe let's think about what we might want else in the park. I'm just gonna take a scroll through. That's all skyscrapers. And just see. So there is the gardens, which could be very interesting to have. Let's just put it here as a possibility. There is the pyramid of safety. If we did both of these assets, they would kind of mirror each other with the pyramid, so that's possible. And maybe that's what we'll do. Just taking a look to see what else is here. And we still have lots of other parks to build too, so I'm not like, oh, we need to use all this stuff. Oh, there is the Christmas tree. With the ice skating rink? Or no, that's just the Christmas tree. Do we use the ice skating rink? Santa Claus's workshop. The ice skating rink is really what we should have. I think that's in another area. There's the winter market. Maybe we do a Christmas park village thing. But it would be nice to pay an homage to Central Park to have the ice skating rink. Is it in the park assets? I bet you it is. Yeah, so we should definitely put in the skating rink, I think. Okay, I kind of like this idea, if you guys do, of like going with the two pyramid assets, the ice skating rink, blending that into what we have here. And then of course using a bunch of other assets, park assets and things. But I think that could be really nice, a nice little blend of things. Yeah, I do like that. So what we could do is we could put this lined up on that end, and then this one maybe we do an extra road here. I kind of like that they would face that way. I think that could be very nice. So let's go ahead and do that. Or do we let this be off the main road here? We could give it some room. Or do we want the entrance inside the park? That is the question. What? Bobble, is that your real name? Too funny. I remember when Bobble first came in the chat. It's like, do you want us to call you Bobble, or is there something else? Bobble was it. I think maybe what we do is give this a bit more room. We'll line that up. Okay. I think we can work with this. Oh. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, this is really nice too. I like this a lot. And then the ice skating rink. We could put that over here. That'd be nice. Might be nice. Kind of create its own little thing over here. Oh, we'll fit this way. That might be nice. We'll see. To be determined. Oh my gosh, this is a huge park. What am I doing to myself? Buckle up, everybody. It's gonna be a long stream. I like Bobble. I think it's great. Too funny. You guys are hilarious. All right, well, let's nice big park. Love that. Love that, love that. I'm actually, you know what? I think it would be cool to have, I think I'm gonna trim this back just a little. Yeah, I kind of like having the angled road on this side here. Yeah, let's just change that up slightly. I do like that. I think I'm gonna do the same thing here. I think that looks, it makes it a bit more unique. I think so. I like that. And we'll figure out where the ice skating rink fits. We have lots of little things we're gonna put in here, so we shall figure that out. Okay, all right. Let's start with some roads. So I think the road on the outside, I definitely want it to be the bike road with the trees. That way, easy to plug into the rest of the bike network. And for also thinking about recreational services, like you can bike all the way around the park, which I think is really handy. Okay, and then I think we could turn this one into a pedestrian road and kind of like lean into this being a bit of a pedestrian area. I do like that idea. Let's go with the bluestone. And we'll get, and this has parking on it, so I do want this to be a road, but we're gonna go with the road, you guys. I like this road because it has a nice wide sidewalk, so it's still very accommodating to pedestrians. And then we can do the same here as well in these two little bits. Okay. And we'll pick a tree for the outside, but I really think we might wait till the end on that one, just because let's see how the park develops and then we can decide what kind of tree it looks good wrapped in. No, Miss, hello. We're building a giant park, so you've come at the right time. We're just starting to dive in. It's going to be a big detailing job essentially, but you know, I love that. I'm excited for that. Okay, so then I think what we'll do is we're going to lean into the pedestrian road here. And then that will allow us to bring in some other buildings around this. Yeah, that's going to be great. Yeah, I think that looks really sharp actually. That's very nice. Okay, so that's going to give us some good flexibility on some pedestrian uses. And we could even, yeah. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay. I like that a lot. All right, so let's just, for the sake of things, let's just put this here for now. And let's grab this, and we are gonna go ahead and make this a pedestrian area. We need to pull this into Central Park a little bit to make that disappear. Let's go ahead and play this for a hot second so our little icons go away. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, buddy. It's gonna be a big one. This looks like it's a little off center to you, doesn't it? It looks like it's a little off center. Let's see if we can. Yeah. Okay. Lots of little places in this park too, to connect up to pedestrian roads. Some of them you are, I think actually maybe only, I remember, I mean, we'll use Move It anyways, to connect them all up, but yeah, there's a lot of connection points, which is great. So we'll utilize that and extend that into a big park area. There's a rumor that Joy likes parks. Don't tell anyone. You thought you were writing in the emoji search. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Oh my gosh, too funny. Okay. Funny story. I was getting advice from another creator when I was still a baby channel. I mean, I still am a baby channel, but when I was fairly new at doing this, maybe about, well, not so new, but newish. And they made a comment of like, and this was before I did my park thing I'm doing now, and they were like, you do a lot of parks and greenbelts on your channel, you should have more variety. And honestly, to me, that made me feel so good, because I was like, great, it's very obvious that I do part, like, you know, there's a lot of people who play Cities Skylines who they're like great at like intersections and infrastructure, or they like have a passion for trains. Somebody here, or you know, everyone like has their thing that they love, and I was so glad that like even though they were they weren't really being negative about it, but they were saying like, it feels a little heavy on that part. And I was like, great, that's what I want. So that made me really happy. But yeah, yes, I do love parks. I do love parks. I think the biggest, when I did the, when we got the update, not last year, of course not last year, when was it? We got a lot, we got a lot of new stuff at once. It was when we got the beach resorts and what we got the sports parks. Like we got that big, all those updates at that, like it was just a huge amount of stuff. I did a 1-tile build and it was a giant park and there were all these different parts. I loved building that. That was so much fun. I'm so proud of that park too. The video didn't turn out so great. I had fun making it, but that was before I really kind of understood lighting really well. So it's kind of dark, but yeah, that was a fun one. All right. Essentially, we have a lot of detailing ahead of us. We'll see what we can get done. I'm going to go heat up my coffee and then we are just going to dive in. But I'm excited. I think we've got some good basic structures here and I think we can make a really fun park out of this. So I'll be right back. Matilda parkour, I love that. Yeah. My obsession for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, let's just go ahead and start with some paths here. We'll see, that one doesn't, but that's okay. We'll come from here. one got messed up a little bit. We'll fix that. Actually, so did this one too. All right. Let's redo it. Not a big deal. See, it will do from there. Okay. Lovely, lovely. For something larger there, which will be good. Okay. Yeah, I like that. A little something different over there. Do something cool with that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And essentially the nice thing with these paths is that we are, I could do this better. We are creating little spaces that then we can turn into their own, like everything will have its own like vibe and look. So that'll be really nice. And then it'll all feel purposeful. So that's going to be great. Plus, if you can imagine, if you're, like I do imagine like a lot of residential buildings around this and also some commercial ones too, but the nice thing is like no matter where you are, you're not too far from a park entrance, which is also great. Just makes things nice. I like that. Getting some unique looks there. Okay, and then I think this one, we'll go ahead and just continue this one straight. I think that's nice. And then we can actually go in and put a little crosswalk here. Nice. Okay. I like that. Nomis asks, will we see a reintroduction of the super blocks? I'd like to give that a try again. I look back at the two ones I did and I always think like I could have done that a little bit better or a little different. I'd like to do that again. I definitely think we could do that. I definitely think so. Okay, and then we've got this path coming here, so let's honor that. Maybe we come from here. Maybe like just actually a nice straight diagonal. Yeah, that's nice actually. Okay, we are making nice progress here. Figuring out some initial path layouts. I think that works really nicely. We might do a path along this side, but I kind of want to wait and just kind of see. So maybe we'll do something a little different there. Okay, this is a good start with the path network. And again, we might add or change things as we go, but I think that's a good little start there. And like with a park this size, like this can feel really intimidating, but the trick is you just start in one little area and just work your way through. And if you don't like what you're doing, you can just delete it, right? Like it's not a big deal. And I think, you know, making large parks is like, when you look at like this, you're like, oh my gosh, so daunting. But if you just take like one little area at a time, it's not that bad. It comes together. Okay, so, oh, also we have our paths here. I do want to think about those as well. Yeah. I really wish with the Central Park asset that they would have not put as many trees and like had some green space, but that's why we're extending the park. We'll have our own green space. But yeah, like it would have been nice to have a bit more open, you know, like especially right here, there were no trees. That would be so nice. This would feel so much better. And then if they maybe did like a little selection that had no trees, like, you know, that would have given it room to breathe. But we're going to work with the asset we have. It's going to work out. I like that there is a Central Park asset in the game. And I like all these pieces individually. I just, you know, it's not my favorite park asset in the game. I'll say that. I do think that super blocks would be great. And, you know, maybe in the future, this project or another project for sure. Okay. Well, let me stop procrastinating and let's just get started. As I ponder where to start. I'm going to change this up slightly. We're going to go ahead and do our path along here. Yeah, let's do that. So if we come straight here and we pick our middle point here, have a nice little curve there. That's very nice. I like the path all the way around. It looks very clean. We're going to use Move It here. Okay. Let's put a little parking right here. Center that up. And then we can put a little public restroom there on the end, which would be very nice to have. See what we're doing here. Get our lighting right. Lovely. Perfect. There we go. Okay. And we've left enough room in the middle. They can walk behind the pyramid there. Nice parking. And we've got a public restroom. So we got a starting point, which is great. Okay. All right, so this is gardens, so we can honor that idea in there. And then let's go into Larry's assets here, and we do have these lovely gardens. Oh, that one would fit so nicely. This one's huge. Let's start with this. This one fits well in this spot. Let's line it up a bit with our path here. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, I like that. Interesting that that does not like the parking there. Such is the way of things. Okay. You love the green pyramid? It's so cool looking. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Bye, Matilda. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah. We're going to be doing a lot of streaming the next 2 weeks, so, you know, please come and go as you please. No, okay, so we could put in the bicycle plaza. That would actually be really nice, I think. wow, it's gonna be okay that far from the road. Love that for us. That's great. Let's actually line this up a little bit better. So it goes right to the edge of the fence here. Back this up a little bit. That's nice, because if you're coming in here, then you've got a little bit of bicycle parking right there. So I really like that. And then again, we'll go in with the public restroom. Really important to have. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just use the good old landscaping situation to help out with our little surface painter situation. Little tree action here. Oh, that's very nice. Got this lovely little path going through there. I love that. Let's go ahead, pull that through this way, and then grab the trees here as well. And do the same little bushes. Nice little purple color there. Okay, and let's grab a little sign. And a little lamp. Okay, that's really nice then. We've created a nice little street side entrance there. We've got the little bicycle parking, restroom, additional parking. So we're off to a good little start there. Okay. All right, so again, we're thinking about gardens. There is this small guy here, and I bet with Move It could make it work, because I just kind of want to honor the garden of it all. Ooh, and this is gonna work really nice here, actually. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. go ahead and lean into what we kind of already started there, which is nice. Let's go along the fence as well. At least to there. And let's go ahead and essentially lay a little path here. That's really nice. Okay. And let's go ahead and grab, do a different tree here. Yeah, I like that. Go ahead and do the bushes. Actually, let's do this. Let's even this out here. That's what we'll do. Yeah, and then let's just grab, let's actually grab a little bit of fencing here. Because this does narrow a bit, so you know, if you're walking through here, yeah, I think that's nice. That works. And then what we can do is come back and put the trees here. If I can get this tree to cooperate a little bit. There we go. And then again, we've made like a really nice little walkway this way. Okay. Eggsy, do you want to see your map? I've been on this project this year building 52 parks. So I've essentially just built parks. I'm going to put it on the workshop when I'm done. And that way, for people who don't enjoy building parks or would want to, they can build a city around all of my parks. It's so nice to see you. This is such a beautiful map. And it's set up perfectly for those of us like myself who are who struggle with infrastructure, especially with the 81 tiles. Just great. Absolutely great. But yeah, it's been a fun project. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I wanted to do something a little different, and this, like, I've always just, you know, I love building parks, so the idea of like not building anything else and just building parks, I was like, yeah, that could be really fun. And then, you know, I hope that others find it useful, and if not, that's fine too. But yeah, it's so nice to see you. How are things? How's life? More parks. Next project, build a city around the parks. Well, of course, that's what we're going to do. But when I'm done with the park portion, I'll put it on the workshop. Actually, I think what I want to do with this is actually continue the tile through here. I think that would look really nice. Yeah, it's been a really rewarding project, and I'm so glad I had the perfect map to do it on. Because, you know, I like everything to be really bright and colorful. So I actually used, I've got the tropical, but then I've used like the dark on top of that, and it just ended up having the right vibe that I was really going for. So it's just very bright and colorful and summery, my kind of vibe. Yeah, I really like the tiles through here. I wonder if we should actually, maybe we should tile this whole thing. Kind of make a bit of a courtyard situation. Actually, I really like that idea. Let's do it. Yeah, this looks snazzy. Yep, but for anyone here, Eggsy maps are the best maps. I will say, I've always loved them. The maps are just set up so well, and things are detailed so lovely, and just everything's kind of thought of, so I really appreciate that. Okay, this is nice to have this kind of open space here. We could put, you know what we should do? Where's that? It's not the prettiest fountain, but it's large. This one. Oh yeah, this fits perfect here. Boom. And I think I'm gonna back up this fence to match with that fence there. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, let's grab the same benches that are right there. Eggsy, are you gonna, or maybe you already have been, because I just have not been paying attention to much of Cities Skylines 2. Are you making maps there? Or no? I'm thinking about giving Cities Skylines 2 another try again when I'm done with my Cider River project, which is my other build that I've been doing for what? Over 2 years, right? No Mercy? Am I on my 3rd year? I think so. I've been doing that project since Cities Skylines 2 came out, so that's how long I've been doing the project. Okay, this looks nice. I think we could just do a nice little tree in the corner here. Got the nice fluffy tree there. Yeah, just on the 2 edges there. I kind of like the openness of the plaza there. Okay. We got one little section of our park done. Oh gosh, now, oh, do I want to shift everything over? I'm inclined to move this. Well, no, because then it wouldn't be centered here. All right, let's just leave it there. But let's do some little bushes here or something. Should we do some roses along the edge here? That could be nice. Okay. All right, our first little area is done. Oh, this park is going to take a long time, but it'll be so worth it. It'll be so worth it. Oh, I really like this. This feels really good. Feels really good. Build a park around parks. Facts. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, and then once everything is complete, we can go around and decide what tree. I know that this tree is throwing everything off right now, but I want to see what the park looks like first before we decide our outside hugging tree. Parkception. A park within a park within a park within a park. I probably have done that. Okay, so let's continue honoring our gardens. I think that's going to be a good call for this area. It's just to lean into that. We've added in a little bit of parking. We'll definitely add parking in as we go along to different little areas. Like I'm going to add some parking right here. We can add some parking to the back here. We'll pepper it in as we go along. For sure. And we might have a spot where we do a larger parking situation. We'll have to see. What makes sense. Let's just add some parking back there. Okay, let's just... Should we put the larger coffee shop here? Might be a good call near the garden. Yeah, that way you can pick up your coffee and go walk around the gardens. I think that's a good idea. Let's do a little... let's do some little bushes around here. Get our little rose bushes in here. That will look really nice. A lot of parks, right? I mean, listen, I'm not also opposed to doing something kind of fun where it is a parking lot and we just like design it up real nice when we make a parking lot. I'm not opposed to that. That could be very fun. Okay. Yes, I know, must have a main gate. We'll need to add that in. You know what we could put here is we could put... No, actually we can't. Just thinking on the back side of this coffee shop. Could just make a nice outdoor seating area. Yep. Okay. Let's... Where am I going here? Oh, you know what we should do? Why don't we pull through the tile that we used on the other side and pull that through? That could actually look really, really nice. Let's do that, actually. I like that idea. Let's get rid of this then. then we can pull through that aesthetic. It's a little messy, but it works for what we're looking for. Okay, and then what we can do is we can grab the other, yeah, the smaller fountain here. Kind of line that up right here. Let's grab the same bench. Ooh, let's do some, oh, let's actually grab some little hedges. Or, yeah, like these little dividers. Be nice to have along the back side of the parking lot. Just have a little barrier in between the cars and this. Oh, that's actually really nice. Okay, and then let's yeah, let's grab this table set here. Yeah, and then we can grab that same tree that we used on the other side, this nice one. Yeah. It's simple, but like nice, you know? It works. It works, it works, it works. Yeah, and I think we just do some like small little bushes lining this, and I think that'll just look really sharp. Should we do the good old, vanilla bushes? We'll do these ones. I'm gonna leave a little spot here for a little entrance. So let's go ahead and grab again our, grab a little sign. Cause why not? Makes it cute. We should do a little trash can too. There we go. Each parking lot gets its own trees and flowers. Maybe for Christmas you can make a park with some fruit trees. Yeah. A parking lot would have lots of food trucks and food stands, for sure. I mean, you guys know I would do that. Yeah. A drive-in park, you just sit in your car, grab food and drinks from the food trucks. Yeah. Essentially, we would build a parking lot and build a park around it. It sounds like what you guys are saying, which I'm all for. We can definitely do that. But make the parking lot the standout feature. Could be fun. I mean, you know, it's fun to look at things from a different perspective. Gosh, now I am questioning these rose bushes. I almost think we should, yeah, I think it'll look better with some consistency to have the other bushes. maybe bring through a tree or two, like one on each side. This is the thing. Sometimes you look at things and you're like, does it actually look better with this? Yeah, I like that better. Oh yeah, that looks really sharp then. I like that. I like it, I like it. Okay. We've kind of extended that coffee shop then and gave it like a little back patio area, which is really nice. Okay, I am all for that. All right, let's go back into, yeah, we could definitely fit. Yeah, that's a different one. If we put like the entrance, well, let's see. No, it wants to be near a road. It doesn't like that, so that's okay. Just kind of wondering how exactly I want to do this. Well, it does like that. Okay. Definitely could make that work. I like that people walk through, that there's a path on each side, so I almost wonder if we, yeah, if we put it here, kind of like along the edge of this path here, and then oh, this isn't the one they continue through. That's the other one that Larry did. Well, that's fine. Maybe. Okay, it likes it that way. Okay. I'm okay with this. We can make this work. I am going to grab that. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Let's grab the little red tree here and make a little entrance in. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. There's still plenty of room to walk through, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and line this on this side as well. And let's think about, I do like this tree. It's a good one. Okay. That looks nice. We can work with that. Okay. All right, so I think what we do is we pull a path this way along this back side here. And what we're going to need to do is do a park entrance. I'm just going to throw one down. We'll figure out where it's going to go later. And then we're going to go in here. And we're going to put the playground down. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. We'll do a little bit of a fence situation and then just bring some nice landscaping around this. And it's nice because with the gardens, we've really honored the gardens here. We have an additional garden here, but then we've got the little coffee shop and the playground, which I think is a nice little add to the garden here. Kind of like a Christmas light drive-through. Yeah, it'd be fun to build a Christmas park. We definitely will while we're on this, while I'm on my streamcation, for sure, for sure. Okay, that is nice. I like that. Okay, let's also go ahead and line this path as well. Kind of lean into that aesthetic that we have going on there. Yeah, I could have used the line tool. I always forget I have that. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so then let's go ahead and grab trees we've been using in this area. Couple rocks. Do a little old school cluster. Nice. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Okay. Let's come over to this side now. I just want to be able to see this so we can pull our fence through here. Okay. That's nice. Okay, and then same thing here. Let's just do a few of these. Nice, and then maybe a larger, oh, let's do that other tree we did. Yeah, this is one I really like. Lovely. Okay. All right, we've kind of got our garden space done. We've added in some valuable parking. We've really honored the garden vibe here at this end of the park. Yeah, I think that's really nice. I do think did that as a dirt path. I think that's fine. It is what it is. It's like those little things. Those little things. It's the little things. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Little path through. I do almost. Yeah, so like this is the entrance here. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes just like those little things that eat at you. Sometimes. Ah, thank you, No Mercy. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I think this area came together really nice. I feel like we're honoring our garden here. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. Shannon will love the trees. Yes. Yes, she'll love the red trees. Yes, yes, yes. We always have our rocks for Jen. Well, Jen doesn't come around too much. She does like to pop in when we play Town to City, so that's always nice. Okay. I mean, this is a park in itself. That was a lot. Okay. All right, let me heat up my coffee. I think Anna needs to be let outside, and then let's work on this little area in here and tie these two together. I think we could do some parking along here and then bring in some landscaping, so we'll see. Okay, I'll be right back. Okie dokie. All right. All right, so let's look at our parking here. Nice. Okay. All right. I don't think we need to do much here, being that we put in the parking, so I think that's fine there. All right, let's come to this side. Okay, I think we don't do parking here. We've got all this parking here. I think what we do is we've kind of got a bit of this. We've got this fountain, a little bit of an architecture type feel to it there. So I do think we could bring through some elements here that would feel good. Like we could do some art pieces potentially. That could be really nice. There are also the plazas themselves. could fit in well in this area. Yeah, maybe we do that. Kind of like mimic what's going on here in a little bit of a different way. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, let's take those two out. Yeah, this this kind of has a good vibe of that, and I like that it has the covered seating there. Yeah, if we did like this and pulled our path this way. And then we're, you know, really leaning into, you know, this other entry into the park with the plaza. I think is really nice. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then what we could do is grab, I wonder if this would work. Oh yeah, that actually would. It's like the same really bright green, so it kind of helps blend those two areas together really well. Yeah, I actually like that. Okay, and then what we'll do, as much as I'm not a huge fan of how these trees are put in here, but we are going to, is it this one? No. Which one is it? Yeah, it's this one. We're going to extend these trees just to pull through what is already here, just in this section, and that really helps blend that part of the park through. Yeah, that's really nice. I do like that. Okay, and then we can give these plazas a bit of a purpose by putting some food trucks here, which is always a favorite. So we can do the taco truck. We've got the Frank's fish sticks. And let's grab Teddy's truck. Yeah, that's nice. So then you can come and get your food. We've got some nice seating over here. There's nice seating in the park, and you've got little seating around the trees. I think that's fine. We could put in, just to honor that a bit, we could bring in a couple little seating just here and there to kind of create a little bit more of a spot there, which I think is good. Okay, and then let's grab a few little trash cans. Yeah, and then we've created a really nice area for the taco trucks, for the food trucks. Okay. More food trucks. I know. I know. I'm starting to get hungry too. Okay. And then in this area here, yeah, I want to do something. I don't want to do plaza. I want to do like maybe a big rock formation would actually look really cool. Like one of the bigger ones. If we could fit, maybe with move it. I just think that would look really cool. Oh yeah, we could definitely fit this in here. Oh, I like this a lot. So you've got this like plaza here. Yeah, I like that height then. That looks really cool. Okay, let's see if we can do a bit of a little more undergrowth around it potentially. It's not gonna like that a lot. That's okay. We don't have to put anything. Maybe just in a few spots where it makes sense. Yeah, just there. I think we leave the rest. We can probably bring in a rock or two though, maybe like the smaller rocks. Yeah. Oh, you know what would be good? I wonder, can we get the grass would look good here. Oh yeah, if we can blend some of this in. There we go. That actually helps big time. Can we get some of these smaller ones here along the edge? Okay, there we go. That helps blend that in. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, in actual Central Park, there are some large boulders that you can climb and sit on. So I like having that. And then I like pulling through the nature when we've got all this pavement right here. I feel like that looks really nice. And it brings some height to the area, which is important. Yeah. I like that. That is good. That makes me happy. Okay. All right, let's come on to the other side here. We are going to need a spot for a gate. But maybe what we do is we could put this right here. Be a good little spot for it. Maybe we change this up slightly. Line that up with that. Hi, Anna. What you doing? Well, hi. Hello. Hello. Listen, you have everything you need. You had a walk this morning. You had breakfast. I just gave you a treat. Got all the things. Yeah. I know, you just want my attention. Okay, let's straighten this up. Oh, we can push this pretty far back, actually. Oh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if... Oh, that would look really sharp. Okay, let's line this up with the edges here. Bring in Surface Painter. Oh, now we've got a park entrance. That's really good. I do like that. Okay, so then let's come back in here and what does not like that? Just use move it, put that there. Yeah, and so we let this be the main entrance over here, which I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, let's grab some fencing. You know what would look good? I wonder if we should do that along here. If we kind of took the park back this way. We could do a bit of like some like market on this part of the street right here, like in front of the park. That could look really nice. Yeah, we could even bring in, actually right here, we could even bring in one of those park cafes. I think that would look really good. And then we could blend this in a bit. Yeah, okay, let's just see what it looks like. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, this large one will fit in. We could do the small one, which is not a bad idea. Large one will fit right there. Oh, and that's nice how that fits up. Let's get our lighting here. Okay, so there's this one. It's not gonna be the small one. It's definitely gonna be, I think we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, that feels nice. Okay. And then what we can do, this is what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna remove this. We can now bring this back. Into the park a bit. And then what we can do is pull this through. Lovely. And then that all lines up really nicely. And then we can do the same thing here. Yeah, that's really sharp actually. And then in these gaps, we can put like little market type things. Yeah, let's just see what this looks like. And we may or may not bring fencing in. Let's just go a little bit at a time and see. Okay. Yeah, that looks really nice. The nice restaurant there. Okay. Especially since we have the amphitheater here. Like, it makes sense to have, you know, a bit of restaurants and things like that. Okay. All right, let's think about what to do on the other side here. We could do the other cafe that I really like. And just kind of like lean into the restaurant space, little restaurant row. This one. Oh yeah, that looks really good. I do want to change this up a little bit. And if we bring this back, so we've got that nice line there. Yeah, that looks really sharp. I like that a lot. Okay, we should, since we have two on this side, we should do another building here. Potentially like a 2 by 3 maybe, something. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, the Catfish Cafe. Of course. Okay, that's really nice. Just a nice little collection of eateries on this side of the park. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, and now we can blend. We do need to think about additional parking because there's just this parking here. I want to prioritize all this for pedestrian movement, but I think we could do a little parking lot in here. Yeah, I think there's room. Ooh, let's leave that. Okay, and then you know what we can do, which will actually look really nice, if we did the little police box right here. Almost like it's a little parking attendant thing. And then let's grab the little tiny bicycle parking. Put this out front, like so. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. That is going to be nice. Okay, and then we have this little spot here, which we just need to detail up. Make it look really pretty. We need some flowers and bushes. Things are starting to come together. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Make a little cut through here. And then we just need nice little tree. Little bench on either side, little spot to sit. Lovely. Okay. I wonder if the Catfish Cafe is as good as it claims to be. It sure looks it. It is. It is. It is. It's like this is where you get the best fish sticks in town, or the best like fish and chips, I should say. And then the Frank's fish market, this is like your fancier sit down fish dinner. You can still get fish and chips here, but like this is the spot. Gosh, I haven't had fish and chips in a while. Okay, all right. I think that's nice. I feel like we should complete this little area here. I feel like I want to change this up slightly. Doesn't like that. Let's come right from the crosswalk. There. And we can just do some nice landscaping behind here. There's already this lovely bush there. So we could just use that, which I'm not opposed to. I like pulling through things that are already there. Now, yeah, let's give a little space in between. That one's too small. Stick with the bigger ones. Lovely, lovely. And then I think what we do is we grab this other bush and put this in between, and we can create a nice little barrier there. Oh, it's not gonna like it there. Okay, that's all right. Let's just move these slightly. There we go. Then you've got a nice little path coming through here, which is always welcome. Okay. And then, yeah, it stops here because you've got the benches and all of that, so that's fine. Yeah, that works. Yeah, and I like that this is lining up right with the entrance to the amphitheater there, so that works out well. All right, let's see if we can continue these bushes along this side. Looks like it's gonna let us do it here, which is great. Lovely. Okay. One's catfish and the other is cod or haddock. Yep. Okay. So we've got our little parking police. We've got some bicycle parking there. We have our 4 little restaurants there. I'm trying to think about what we would want on the corner here. Movie theater is interesting. It's a thought. There's this other cafe we could pull through, but I feel like I don't want to put another cafe. Let's look at some parks and see. Oh, there's the carousel. Oh, that's huge. Same. Could do the carousel park. That's pretty big. The Japanese garden. That's interesting. That's a thought. Oh, the tourist park, we could fit in, oh, this actually makes a lot of sense. All the little like stalls to buy little trinkets and things. Oh, and I like the trees too. That kind of creates a nice little, it blends in well with everything. Okay, I don't mind that at like the end there. That makes sense to me. That blends in nicely. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cute. All right, everybody. Well, you know, I stream till I get hungry, so I'm hungry, but we did get a lot done. But we will finish the rest tomorrow. We will finish the rest tomorrow. Yeah, I think this is really good. We've got a lot accomplished today, so I think we can knock that out. So it'll be really good. Part of me does want to like push through and finish the park, but I know that's probably gonna take another hour, hour and a half. And I need to eat. So, you know, priorities. Priorities. But yeah, I think we did really good here. I like how this is coming together well. I think we do like another big rock formation over here to kind of like mirror that a little bit. I think that would be really nice. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. I'll be back tomorrow, which is fun. So thanks for everyone coming by and for all the laughs in the chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time tomorrow.